Hosted by Matt Riches.
Trillion-dollar tickers. Watch the market unfold. Trillion-dollar tickers. Turning data to gold. Trillion-dollar tickers. Watch the market unfold. Trillion-dollar tickers. Turning data to gold. Trillion-dollar tickers. Watch the market unfold.
Grand Rising, Joyous Awakenings. Good afternoon or good evening, wherever you're tuning in from around the globe. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the $1 Trillion Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. Amazon is surging after AWS delivered the fastest growth in 18 quarters. Apple is moving in the opposite direction, falling nearly 8% despite beating earnings and revenue expectations. We also have a historic rebound in the South Korean semiconductor stocks. The KOSPI surged nearly 18%. Samsung jumped approximately 28%, and SK Hynix gained around 30% as investors returned to artificial intelligence and memory stocks. This show is for education and entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research, but you can use this show as a foundation. Before we get into the charts, let's get into the mantra. Let's get into the mindset with our mantra. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I'm the master of all I command. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable, I am skilled, I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. Hold on, let me get a sip of water, y'all. Excuse me. Man, I just downed that tea so fast, and that had cayenne pepper up in there. Got my throat on fire. Man. Anyway, let's start with Forex Factory and let's get into our data. The employment cost index forecast was at 0.8%, came in at 0.9%. The hotter than suggested reading suggests employee compensation costs are still rising because the labor represents a major expense for many businesses. A hotter employment cost index can reinforce concerns about persistent inflation. At 7 a.m., we received the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment and revised inflation expectations. Those reports could produce another round of volatility. The Fear and Greed Index is at 39, keeping the market in fear. The VIX is at 17.29. The 10-year Treasury yield note is at 4.70%. Keep that in mind, y'all. That's the highest it's been all year. Gold is around $4,042 an ounce. Bitcoin is under 64,000. Ethereum's under 1,900. Now, we did have a few earnings today. We had ExxonMobil. They missed earnings by 0.9%, missed our revenue by 4.7%. The stock is currently down 1.5% from yesterday's close. Chevron beat expectations by 9.1% and beat on revenue by 11.6%. The stock did spike up, but it came down and lost most of that move. The broader energy industry continues to benefit from elevated oil prices and strong refined margins, but individual stock reactions depend on expectations, guidance, and positioning. Let's get into Robert Greene's Daily Law for today. This is also from The Art of Seduction, so kids, hold your ears so you can hear for the next 90 seconds. Quote, "He who does not know how to poeticize himself into a girl so that it is from her that everything proceeds as he wants, he is and remains a bungler. To poeticize oneself into a girl is an art." Daily Law. Never be ordinary or limited. In poetry, as opposed to reality, anything is possible. Here's the breakdown. In a world that is harsh and full of disappointment, It is a great pleasure to fantasize about a person who you are involved with. This makes the seducer's task easier. People are dying to be given the opportunity to fantasize about you. Do not spoil that opportunity by overexposing yourself or becoming so familiar and ordinary that the target sees you exactly as you are. You do not have to appear as an angel or a perfect example of virtue that will become boring. You can appear dangerous, mischievous, or even somewhat vulgar, depending on the preferences of your woman. That is the end of Robert Greene's Daily Law. This summary, as far as long-term investing, markets also poeticize companies. Investors can transform a company into a symbol of artificial intelligence, innovation, luxury, or limitless growth. That story may raise demand for the stock, but it also can produce unrealistic expectations. Apple beat expectations and still sold off. While Amazon received a powerful reaction because AWS growth surpassed the market's expectations. Study the narrative, but value the actual business. Revenue, earnings, cash flow, margins, guidance, and valuation must support the story. For day trading, traders frequently poeticize price action by imagining that every breakout will become an enormous trend. Do not fall in love with the story surrounding the stock. Let the chart confirm whether buyers or sellers are actually in control. Use the catalyst to identify opportunity, then use price action, volume, market structure, and predetermined risk to execute the trades. Stay patient, stay disciplined, execution over emotion, process over prediction. Now let's get on these charts. So I give you these levels, y'all. Start with NVIDIA, currently in the pre-market at 197.31. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low of 196.40, followed by 195.05, 192.35, 191.52. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high of 198.77, 200, and then 203. Next, we got Apple, currently in the pre-market at 307. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low at 306.33, 302.60, and 297.50. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high at 313.56, 319.35, 321.60. Next, we got Google, currently in the pre-market at 338.10. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low, 337.21, 336.50, 331.25, 330.34. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high of 343.28, 348.70. Next, we got Microsoft, currently in the pre-market at 451.65. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low at 445, followed by 440.40, 436.15. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high of 452.38. Followed by 458.69. Next, we got Amazon, currently in the pre-market at 262.50. For the downside support, we got the pre-market low at 259.10, 258.05, 252.90, 248.45. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high at 266.60, which is the bottom of the gap. The top of the gap is 269.64. Next, we got TSM, currently in the pre-market at 417.50. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low of 415.61, followed by 410.75, 406.77. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high of 422.50, followed by 425.40, 431.05. Next, we got AVGO, currently in the pre-market at 391.86. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low, 390.29, followed by 388.68, 382.35. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high at 394.50, followed by 398.60, 402.25. Next, we got SpaceX, currently in the pre-market at 113.07. To the downside support, we got 112.36, 111.35, and 107.25. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high at 115.05 and then 118.93. Next, we got Meta Platforms, currently in the pre-market at 544.80 to the downside support. We got 542.71 followed by 540, 528.55, 524.49. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high of 556.68. It's currently in the gap, and that gap goes all the way to 582. So be aware of that. Next, we got Tesla currently in the pre-market at 310.05. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low at 309.10, followed by 304.50 and 301.35. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high at 317.30, 322.95, 326.35. Next, we got Berkshire B currently in the pre-market at 509. To the downside support, we got 508, 503, 501. To the upside, we got 510.50, 512.55, 516.85. Next, we got Eli Lilly currently in the pre-market at 1152. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low 1147, 1139, 1128. To the upside, we got 1162, 1178, 1186. That's it, y'all.
Chase excellence, never chase money. Why? Because money has an incredible way of finding excellence. Did you chase excellence and not money?
I forgot to refresh, so it cut off the quote. That was Dr. George Frazier. Yeah, that tea was messing me up today, y'all. Let's get this money out the market, y'all. Let's end the week strong. It's been a great week trading. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom.